Welcome to the virtual side. Today I'm joined by two prominent members of the UK developer community, Richard Costall and Dave McMahon. Maybe you'd just like to introduce yourselves, starting with you, Richard.
Hi, well, my name is Richard Costall, and by day I work for software as a technical architect. We do software for financial advisors. I'm also an ASP.NET MVP, and by night I am one of the co-founders of the Next Gen user group.
Okay. David?
Okay, yeah, I work for a software house in Birmingham called Bridge Limited, and I'm also an architect. And by night, I also help the Next Gen User Group. I'm one of the co-founders of the Next Gen User Group.
The Next Gen User Group is actually a key community activity in the UK.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about that. What's the objective? What do you do?
Okay, the main focus of the Next Gen User Group really is to help developers be aware of what's going on in the Microsoft world generally, because a lot of developers are very focused in their work. They don't necessarily get a chance to raise their head above the parapet to find out what's going on there, and we see Next Gen as a chance to raise that awareness amongst developers, not just what they're working on, but the whole vast sort of plethora of stuff that's coming out of Microsoft, and also putting it all together with a picture. It's not just a case of random stuff coming out. There is a plan for how the stuff's coming out, and it's just to try and put it all together.
So what sort of activities do you do?
So we do. We have meetings in Coventry, Birmingham, and starting up 1st November at Oxford as well. We have them once a month, and we also do. We get interviews. So we interview Microsoft people, independent speakers, people in the community. We put them on, put the transcript on the site. And we also do the podcast, and the podcast takes the audio for those interviews.
And those podcasts have been very successful.
Yeah, it's just kind of, shall we try a podcast? And we're starting to get a bit of a reputation with those. And we were at a conference yesterday, and I had a comment from one of the delegates about the UK finally has its radio show.
A developer-focused radio show.
I was just like taken aback. We're kind of becoming mini celebrities.
Yeah.
I think that's just a great story for.
And it's great in that it's the technology that's empowered you. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get set up on it.
Not at all. No, it's just standard sort of £5 microphone and then some software, and that's it, we're away.
Yeah.
So.
Fantastic. And you have plenty of competitions running through those podcasts as well.
Each podcast has a hidden theme, and I don't think there's any other podcast in the world that does this. So we will put in keywords from the subject. So one of the earlier shows was space shuttles. So Dave and I worked the name of all the space shuttles into the podcast, and then members send in what they think it is, and they win some swag if they get it right.
And in fact, one person won a ticket to TechED Developer as well, just recently.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we had a competition because the competition was I want to go to TechEd because, and if I get to TechEd, I will. And one of the members, Jeff Lombardi,
he replied in code.
Yeah, he did a great entry. He did it all in code, and it was very, very clever.
But he also said he'd run around the streets of Barcelona naked if you want.
So which we're going to
catch on that.
Yeah, live broadcast.
Excellent.
Jeff in the buff.
So one of the great things is your community work that's actually raised your profile with Microsoft, and that's how you've got involved in TechEd.
Yeah, that's right. That's the kind of a great community story. Is we do consider ourselves just Joe public developer, and we started off. We met up. We did a presentation and some user groups, and that moved on to DDD, which is a conference on Saturday by the community for the community. So it's just held at Microsoft.
Yeah, but that's developer.
Right. Developer, yeah.
Held on a weekend.
I can't keep saying developer. And we did a session on hidden .NET treasures there, and one of the Microsoft content track owners says, "Hey, this is great. Would you consider submitting that?" The next thing we know, we're packing our bags.
Heading towards Barcelona. But it's not just one session. You've now got 3 sessions between you.
That's right. Yeah. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Well, we're actually doing a reprise of our XPath XSLT session, which is the first session. It's sort of the double act. We're also doing the .NET treasures, which is like a series of little nuggets on things we've worked on in the past. And I've also been asked as a solo act, so I'm just scared to death of standing up by myself, but I'm doing one on SQL and XML.
And then they're all level 300 sessions?
Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah, 300 sessions. And you've actually got quite a reputation for quite a lot of frat, and you've had some big success in the past. You want to tell us about that?
I think you're referring to Steve Ballmer.
Yes, indeed.
As the Visual Studio 2005 launch, we had a party in Coventry to mark the launch, And we had a load of sorry I can't be there messages, and I emailed Steve Barnes, would you be willing to do an email or a video? And he replied, and a few kind of weeks later I got these CDs through the post, and we built that into the presentation and a message from Steve Barnes. It was absolutely amazing. It just blew the members away because there was such a personal touch from somebody so high in Microsoft to the individual developers. They were just so impressed with this work.
Yeah, and Steve, of course, got the reputation for his great developer,
that's
developer
right,
speech. So, having fun in TechED.
It should be great fun.
Thanks for your time today.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.